Hello, dear students, welcome back. Very good morning to our e-learning program. Today, in lecture number 5 of the chapter Biology Continues, chapter number 8, that you all know, how do living organism reproduce. You have already attended 4 lectures, okay, in this particular chapter, where you are given an idea about asexual reproduction. Then you are also given idea about sexual reproduction in plants. We discussed in detail about reproductive organs in flower. In last lecture number 4, we have discussed in detail about male reproductive organ. In today's lecture number 5, we are going to discuss in lecture number 5 today in the chapter number 8, we are going to discuss in detail about female reproductive organ. We are trying to understand female reproductive system and how it actually works. That we are going to study. What is the role of hormones, understand, which are released at a particular time of age of adolescence, or you can say age of puberty. We are going to study today about the topic today is, which we are going to study is female, okay, reproductive system. Okay, female reproductive system, that is what our topic today, which we are going to discuss. Before we discuss about female reproductive system and female reproductive organ, let us try to understand one thing. You have in earlier standard also you all have studied that female reproductive organ are ovary. In female there is pair of ovary which are actually reproductive organ of female. Now from this pair of ovary, the process of release of ovulation, process of release of ovum starts, which is sometime called, we call it the process of ovulation. I must mention one thing. The day female child is born, lots of eggs are present in her ovary. But the maturity of this egg and release of the egg starts when she attains the age of puberty, which we can call, or we can also call some understand the age of adolescence. At that time the process of ovulation starts around the age of puberty for the girls is around 12 to 13 years, understand. Now name of the two hormones which we just want to mention, which are very important for the activation and development of female reproductive system. Let me write the name of those two hormones. One is estrogen, okay, and another hormone is progesterone. Understood? These two hormones, which are released from ovary, understand, are actually responsible for the development and activation of female reproductive system. For the process of, I just mentioned one name which you should note down, that is called the process of ovulation. Understand? Process of ovulation simply means release, okay, release of ovum from ovary. That is called ovulation. Understood? For all this process, these two hormones are very important, estrogen and progesterone. Actually, these two hormones are responsible for not only for the start of the process of ovulation in female, but at the same time, these two hormones are also responsible for developing secondary sexual characters in female. Which are those secondary sexual character which develops when a girl attains the age of puberty or the age of adolescence? So to just cut it down, so you must have studied also in previous standard. Understand which are those secondary sexual character which develops in a girl when she is at the verge of entering in the age of adolescence or in the age of puberty. Some of the secondary sexual character, if we mention, understand, so just to list it out, what happens actually, uh, just take an example, growing of hair, understand, in armpit as well as around reproductive organ, that is around genital area. Not only growing of hair in under armpit as well as in genital area, but darkening of that hair is also one of the secondary sex character. Then next, that is development of uterus, means increase in the size of the uterus also. That is also one of the secondary sexual character, understand, which actually take place in the girl at the age of puberty. Then development of breast, that is also one of the secondary sexual character. Not only that, development of breast is one of the secondary sexual character in girl at the age of puberty, but at the same time, darkening of nipples where the mammary glands actually collect. Understand? So the darkening of nipples where the collection of mammary gland occurs in the breast, that is also one of the secondary sex character. Understand? Not only that, but it happens that at the age of puberty, male or female, both, understand, girl or boy, both, when they attain the age of puberty, they develop one consciousness regarding their body stature, regarding their appearance. Understand? Till attaining till the age of puberty, there may not be some extra consciousness regarding the appearance, understand, as well as regarding how regarding the appearance, regarding the body statures, understand, but that occurs when a girl attains the age of puberty. Not only that, one another which haven't been mentioned in textbook, but I should say uh, one another secondary sexual character, if I should mention, understand, though that is sweetening of the voice also. That is also one secondary sex character which may develop in girl at the age of puberty. Not only sweetening, understand, of voice, but at the same time feeling attraction for the opposite sex, that is for boy, that is also one of the secondary sexual character, understand, which develops in girl at the age of puberty. Okay, so these are some secondary sexual character which are observed in a girl when she attains the age of puberty, and for that which two hormones are actually responsible: estrogen and progesterone hormone, which are released from ovary. And with the release of these two hormones, all secondary sexual character which I just now mentioned, around six, you must have noted down. The all secondary sexual character develops in female due to the release of this hormone. Not only that, ovum also mature, understand, and then matured ovum are released from ovary, means the release of mature ovum from ovary also start due to the due to release of estrogen and progesterone hormone. So these are some secondary sexual character, understand, which can be observed or seen, understand, visibly, right, due to the release of these two hormone. You understood this? Now actually what happens? How the egg are released from ovary, how they travel, understand, and reach to uterus, which is actually the site of fertilization, site of development of fetus, understand. So let us just try to draw a simple diagram of female reproductive system, and let us try to understand how the release of egg take place, ovum take place. That's the process of ovulation. How ovum travels, how it reaches to the uterus, and if it is fertilized or if it remains unfertilized, then which process take place. Understand? Let us try to draw and understand female reproductive organ. Okay, let us try to understand it. Just try to draw with me. Okay, let us try to understand female reproductive organ. Okay, first we are drawing this uterus. Okay, draw with me, right? First uterus. Okay, then we are going to show fallopian duct on both sides. Okay, let's try to make some good diagram. Okay, let us try to show fallopian tube or oviduct, you can say, on both the side, right? Okay, just try to understand it. Now extend this. Okay, on both the side we are going to draw oviduct, right? And here, just try to make this way, okay, right? Here also in the same way, right? Okay, here also try to draw in the same way. Understand? Just extend a little bit. Okay, and after this, okay, just make it this way. And then complete oviduct. Okay, from here also do in the same way. Okay, complete oviduct. Okay, and now from here just try to draw uterus and the vaginal passage from here. First extend this way, okay, and then just try to draw the vaginal passage, okay, this way. Just try to draw with me and you will understand it. Okay. Some more curves, show it. Okay. Just a little more curves, vaginal passage you are showing. Okay. And then this is what we are showing, the uterus actually, right? And then from here, show the vaginal passage. Okay, till here, right? Vaginal passage we have to show here. Okay, and then just draw this way. Okay, just try to understand it, this way you have to draw, right? And in the same way here also, this is vaginal passage we have shown. Now here you have to show ovary, okay? So in this way, ovary actually, right? Somewhat this way. You can show ovary this way. And here just connect. Here also you have to show ovary. Okay. In the similar way, right? It's all okay. You can show this way, no problem. Understood, right? And then we just show some. This is actually uterus, vaginal passage, cervix, zone, ovary, oviduct. Understand fallopian oviduct. You can draw this way also. It's all okay. Understand, right? And then just show some blood vessels. That is what you have to show here. Understood? And this way again let us extend. Just try to understand it. Okay? This way you have to make it. Just try to understand, not so difficult to draw. Okay, and then so this way. So we have drawn a female reproductive organ. Okay. Right. Now, my dear student, let us try to understand and label. Okay. So, actually, these are pair of ovary. On both the side, we are labeling on one side only. This can be called oviduct. Understand? Or you actually this is oviduct and this is fallopian tube. Okay? This is called fallopian tube, right? Then this is called uterus, right? Understand, this is a uterus and this is cervix. This is actually vagina, you can say vaginal passage also. Understand, right? So all parts are labeled already. You understood this? Right. Okay, so this is ovary. Understood. Now let us try to understand the process. Actually, this is what you are just showing blood vessel, the thickening of the wall of a uterus. Understand? Just to show this. What is actually it is that we will understand just now in our application. Okay? When we understand this, right? Just try to understand it. Okay? Right? Okay, let us try to understand the complete process. Actually, what happens, let us try to explain you now. See, my dear student, from the ovary, eggs are released. And you all know one thing very well, that the release of egg, understand, the release of egg from ovary, both the ovaries are not working simultaneously, understand, in female. Both the ovaries are working alternatively in female. Actually, when egg are matured and released from ovary, this egg, understand, which is released from ovary will travel from this oviduct, it travel in fallopian tube, okay? It travel in fallopian tube, right? And reach up to the uterus. Actually, fallopian tube provides the passage for reaching in uterus. Understand? Right? Now what happens? The process of ovulation has started. Egg are released from the ovary. This egg traveled in fallopian tube and entered in uterus. Now one thing you have to understand here in detail, actually what happens when egg released from ovary reach uterus, understand, at that time uterus has to prepare itself for what? For the purpose of fertilization. If fertilization take place, that is the union of sperm and egg, which always occur, understand, here in uterus. So actually what happens, that uterus has to prepare itself ready for the process of, if fertilization take place, then the zygote will be formed. This zygote develops into embryo, and then embryo develops into complete child in the period of 9 months, which we call pregnancy. To hold the child here means to hold the zygote which develops into embryo and embryo into child. Actually uterus has to prepare itself. When I am speaking the word uterus has to prepare itself, I mean to say that secondary sexual character, you know, that size of the uterus increases, but the inner wall of the uterus has to be softer and full of blood vessels. Why? If fertilization takes place, then zygote is formed, and this zygote will remain here in uterus till 9 months for the development of a complete child. Understand? So this zygote which occurred, understand, as a result of fertilization of sperm and egg has to remain here for the further development. Means from zygote cell division take place, cell proliferation take place, then cell differentiation take place, then cell elongation take place, then tissue formation take place, organ formation take place, complete child is produced here in uterus. Understand? So for this process, a zygote completely developing into a complete child, it has to take nutrition. Understand? From the wall of the uterus. Understand? The wall of the uterus has to thicker, softer and full of blood vessels, so that when the development of zygote occurs, actually the wall of the uterus is also known as that, you know, placenta. Okay? So actually what happens, the moment zygote is formed, it stick to the, understand, actually it stick to the placenta, understand, and it gets complete nutrition from mother's blood, because the placenta are full of blood vessel disc like structure. Understand? So actually what happens, what all types of nutrition, that is glucose, whatever the mother eats, becomes available to the child through the blood vessels present, understand, in the wall of the uterus, right? And actually placenta is full of villi. On account of that, its surface area increases, and as a result the embryo which is developing inside uterus gets sufficient glucose and nutrients from mother's blood. At the same time, all metabolic waste which is produced during the development of embryo into child, that is also to be excreted out, understand, through this placenta. So this placenta is very, very important, so that till the zygote develops into a complete child, it gets thoroughly all nutrition from the wall of the uterus, which is called placenta. Understand? Now what happens? Uterus. And you all know the pregnancy period of 270 days, 9 months, and the child is delivered out. But at the same time, what I wanted to say is that if uterus has to prepare, because every month means around the days of 28 to 30, egg is released, ovum is released and is reached the uterus. So uterus has to alternatively every month it has to prepare itself ready for holding the zygote, understand, and so that the zygote get complete nutrition, understand, and develops into a healthy child. For that purpose, uterus itself prepares for the for holding zygote and for converting zygote into a complete child, understand. So every month uterus has to prepare itself for this purpose, but it is not the case, understand, that when the egg is released and it reach to uterus, here it get fertilized every time, because how fertilization occur, that you all know very well. For fertilization of ovum and sperm, what happen actually for male and female, mating or sexual intercourse is required. Male has to enter his penis in this vaginal passage and release the sperm. And this sperm reach to the ovum, understand, then and then the ovum get fertilized, and that is also a by chance process. Doesn't mean that every time male and female indulge in mating or sex intercourse will result in pregnancy. Understand? It's a by chance process which may happen, that the sperm released during the mating or sexual intercourse by male and female may reaches to, understand, reaches to ovum and remain alive, then and then it is able to just fertilize the ovum and form zygote, understand. But suppose the fertilization hasn't taken place, then what? Then the wall of the uterus, which was prepared softer, full of blood vessel, understand, now it is not required because the fertilization hasn't taken place. So actually what happens, the wall of the uterus means this placenta, understand, that thicker layer which has deposited inside the wall of the uterus will break and come out through the vaginal passage, understand. Actually this inner wall, which is actually wall of the uterus, is covered by that thick placenta full of blood vessel. Actually what happens, they break and come out from vagina, understand, in the form of bleeding and mucus, right? In the form of bleeding and mucus, which we call actually what? We call it menstruation, understand. Sometime word menstruation is utilized, sometime word period is also utilized, understand. So that's why the moment girl enter into the age of puberty, starts menstruating, means we can say that she has come in period, okay. So this is the complete process of female reproductive system, understand. So why menstruation starts, or why we can say that the girl has come in period, it happens every month at an interval of 28 to 30 days, because every time egg is produced, every time egg travel, reach to the uterus, if remain, unfertilized, and if it remains unfertilized, then what is going to happen? The inner thicker layer which has a placenta which was ready for holding the zygote and providing it nutrition and developing zygote into a complete child, actually that process get disturbed when the egg is not fertilized. And when the egg is not fertilized, the preparation of uterus for holding a child for its development, understand, is of no use now. So this thicker blood vessel breaks and come out in the form of even unfertilized egg also come out in the form of bleeding and mucus. That is known as menstruation. Understand? It is known as menstruation. At the same time, it is also known as that the girl has come in period. You understood this? So, this is our topic today. We wanted to understand how female reproductive system works. You understood this? Just a bit revision of the topics, right? Which two in female both the ovaries are not working at a time. Both the ovaries are working alternatively every month in an alteration. The ovaries produce which two hormones which are actually responsible in girl for attaining the age of puberty, or we can say age of adolescence. These two hormones are estrogen and progesterone. Actually, these two hormones start the process of ovulation. Understand? That means maturing ovum and releasing ovum from ovary in oviduct and fallopian tube. That process of ovulation starts this way. At the same time, release of this hormone are also responsible for activation of, understand, secondary sexual character which we mentioned already. And you have noted down all secondary sexual character which is a sign of the age of puberty. Understand? Process of ovulation start. The girl when come in the age of puberty, age of adolescence, they start producing matured ovum which enter oviduct and then travel in fallopian tube and reach to the uterus. And if it remain unfertilized, comes out along with bleeding, understand, that process is known as menstruation, or we can call it period. Understand why period? Because it occurs at a regular interval of 28 to 31 days. Understand? That's why we can call it period. We can call it sometime. It is also known as menstruation cycle also. That also you know. Understand? Right? But if the fertilization has taken place, understand, then what happens if the sperm fertilize the egg, the zygote is formed, and that zygote undergoes so many processes, we are speaking so many times, cell division, cell proliferation, then cell elongation, cell differentiation, tissue formation, organ formation, and organ system, and then body formation. Understand? It undergoes so many processes, so many stages, understand, in 9 months, which we can call the period of pregnancy. Understand? After the child is developed, understand, then it gets complete nutrition from wall of the uterus, which is actually thickened by blood vessel, which we call placenta. Understand? So this way, if fertilization has taken place, if not, then the girl will start coming in menstruation, which we call period. You understood this? So this is our complete discussion about female reproductive system. Okay? In lecture number 5 today, you got complete idea about female reproductive system. In our next lecture, that is in lecture number 6, we are going to discuss about reproductive health. Understand? That will be a part of our discussion in the next lecture. Okay? Thank you very much, Bharat sir.